Hard money is just a stepping stone to get you to the next level. Don't get so bogged down with the rates. The fact of the matter is, if you can get in and get out of a deal fast enough, those rates don't matter. The main person that complain about a rate is somebody that's going to BS through the deal. They're going to drag it on. So instead of them getting in, knocking it out, finish the project, and refinancing out or selling it, they might get the initial money. Money is for everything but what it's intended for. Don't be married to the rate. Use hard money as a stepping stone to get you to the next level till you go after better money.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a Detroit-based investor and hard money lender. His company, Inter Capital Funding, is known as the bank for the unbankable. Please welcome Darryl Clements. Darryl, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on here. I always like to start off at the top of the show by asking folks really how they got into the real estate space.
Well, I got started into it about quite a while back. My mother bought her first HUD house for $100. This in the 70s. So then when she did that, she just started buying them. She started acquiring them, selling them, getting rid of them. We was moving in them. Because when I was a kid growing up, we moved like every 6 months. So whether good reasons or bad, we was end up moving. But anyway, so I just like the fact of buying houses, fixing them up. So then as I got older, I started buying my own, fixing them up. I love to see the finished product. I love to see the beginning and the finished product. I just hated the middle part of it. But at the end of the day, not the middle part, the end when they tear it up or try to tear it up. But I started off in real estate since I was a kid. It was just in my blood. And every time I tried to do something else, I always end up coming back to real estate for some shape, form, or fashion. So I like, all right, well, this is my God calling, so let me just go ahead and stick to it because he ain't gonna let me run the other way.
How much of an influence was family? You mentioned your mother being an investor herself in your decision to pursue real estate as a career, and was family and your mom able to give you guidance, or were you still having to figure out a lot of these things on your own?
My mother's main guidance is don't screw up. That's it. Look here. My mother was the type of mother. And I guess it was good. It was good and bad as a kid. But my mother's guidance was like, I say, Mama, I like that. Yeah, I like that too. Mama, I don't like that. Nah, I don't like it neither. So she lets you make your own decisions, and then you'll figure out real quick whether it's a good or bad one. I mean, she won't let us go too far off the rail, but for the most part, she got us in the fact that to be your own person and call your own, I guess, lack of a better word in basketball term, call your own fouls. So
That's
she
right.
let us be able to do our own thing and grow that way. My father was more along the lines of my father was tight with a dollar. Funny story. My father he started Ford back in '66, right? He had his first receipt when he bought his first pair of shoes. He kept every receipt. He was just that tight with a dollar. So he taught me he taught the money side of things, how to watch every dollar. So I
Asset
guess
management. I mean, that's
uh,
one of the key aspects of being a real estate operator for more than a handful of years. I mean, if you got to survive different markets, different conditions, you got to be able to know where every dollar is going to.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I want to pivot a bit here, Darryl, and ask you about getting into the hard money space. I mean, I've seen a progression for some people who might go from wholesaling to fixing and flipping to then maybe doing long term or corporate housing midterm, and then getting into hard money lending. Did you follow a similar path, or did you go straight to hard money?
I went straight from investment because I was my biggest problem was I was always looking for money. And then like me as an investor, I wasn't all my books wasn't tight. Tax returns, W-2. So
Yeah.
we try to go to the bank and get money. They're like, yeah, but no, we're not doing that. So what I ended up doing was all right, I said we gotta be a better way. So I'm the type of person always like I always gotta figure out a way to make it work. So what I did was I was like, all right, I'm finna go get the money where they get it from. So then I started I had private investors at first, putting up money. Then what I did was me and the wife ended up getting our own license. We got actual, because we have a mortgage and lender's designation, so we can kind of facilitate on both sides. So that way, because a lot of times what people are not familiar with is that as a private lender, are really only allowed by law to do about 5 deals a year. But if the law don't say nothing, then no harm, no foul. But when they find out, it's a whole different ball game. So I just said, okay, I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna make sure that I had a license to cover that, and then also my private guys, if the deal flows through me, they can hold the paper that way. So I read a lot of books, but here's
Yeah.
the funny part: as reading a book, after I get the first one or two ideas, I might not go back to it for like 2 years because I didn't get what I'm looking for. I say, all right, okay, I needed that, then I go on to something else and just tie it off that way.
I want to ask you about getting into the hard money space. I think there's a lot of competition, depending on when people are getting in and how early they were in. There might have been less, there might have been more. But I think right now, if people are getting in, it could be tricky because there's so many operators that are operating not just regionally, but throughout the country. What was it like in your experience getting into the space? And then maybe what advice do you have to other folks who may be looking at getting into hard money?
Think hard money is just a stepping stone to get you to the next level. So don't I tell clients all the time, don't get so bogged down with the rates because everybody worried about, hey, they charge me 15, 20%. Even if they charge you, I mean, we don't, but even if they charge you above those numbers, the fact of the matter is if you can get in and get out of a deal fast enough, those rates don't matter. Only time the most people the main person that complain about a rate is somebody that's gonna BS through the deal. They're gonna drag it on. So instead of them getting in, knocking it out, finish the project and refinancing out or selling it, they might get the initial money, go buy a car, get their girlfriend a new outfit. So money's used for everything but what it's intended for. And then they drag it along trying to use somebody else's money to fix it. So I tell them all the time, don't be married to the rate. Use hard money as a stepping stone to get you to the next level till you go after better money. And when you first get into hard money, here's the thing. You can't expect to get 4 or 5% interest rate. It's
Yeah.
just not gonna happen. It's an initiation. Right? So when you first get into anything, when you first learn how to play golf, play anything, you're gonna spend a bunch of money on lessons and all that because you
Yep.
just don't know. But once you got enough experience and enough transactions under your belt, then you kind of you can command the stage now because you dictate what you will or will not accept. So I tell them your first deal is probably gonna be hard because you don't know. But you don't you don't dive in too quickly to where you can't protect yourself. So you always got to protect yourself. And all hard money lenders are not created equal. Like what we do is we take the client all the way from beginning to end. So before you sign the PA, we tell you to give us a call so we can pencil out the numbers and then pretty much figure out the deal works. Because I tell all clients, always work the deal backwards.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Don't go straight in the deal with, thinking I'm buying it for 10,000. It's going to be worth, 300,000 when I finish. Know what it's worth. Know what it's worth before you buy it. So then if you know what it's worth before you buy it, then you build everything in that number. Say, prime example, say if the house is worth, when it's complete, it's worth 200,000. On the conservative number, the lender's going to give you 70-75% LTV, right? If you're going to refinance it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 150. Out of that 150, all your expenses and acquisition, rehab, and costs should be built into that 150. Everything you save from that 150 is additional profit. If you go past that 150, you're kissing the bear right now because it's going to be a problem.
I want to ask you about refinancing. I've never personally done a hard money loan, but I've seen many lenders do them on deals that I've had under contract as a wholesaler. I'm curious, do you ever run into, or have you ever seen people who get the hard money loan and then they try to refinance, and for whatever reason they can't refinance out of that? Does that ever happen?
No, because I'm getting you out of it before I get you in it. I know how I'm gonna get you out of it before we do it, because I'm gonna tell you what I can get you out of it as. And I have lenders that, like, say if you want to sell it, right?
Yeah.
If you want to sell it, but now it's staying on the market longer than usual. I have lenders that require no seasoning and require, no seasoning. You can list it and still refinance at the same time. So we build our model based on figuring out the problem that you incur. We figure out how to, we got to figure out how to make it easier for you. Just like as a wholesaler, a lot of times that you find a property and the guy want to close out right there as wholesale, so you might miss out on the deal. So what we'll do is I say, okay, here's a better way. Let's just cash it out. Let's get a private lender to cash it out. So once we cash it out, then you control the property. You can move it as you need to move it.
No
So it all
question.
depends. Right. So if you can move it, if you can sell it quick as a wholesaler, it's a great deal, but say it might have some hair on it or whatever. If you can sell it quick as a wholesaler, sell it. But if it's a great deal and it's moving slow, don't lose the opportunity because you can't find the capital to take advantage of it, at the present time.
I want to ask you about the slogan, the bank for the unbankable. I think when a lot of people think about hard money, they think about, well, if I'm investing in a fix and flip, that I've got to have a big track record and so on and so forth. So it's probably a niche that you've carved out, especially with a slogan like bank for the unbankable.
Well, our main thing is with us is you gotta have 2 to 3 things: credit, cash, or the asset. If you got 2 of those 3, we can work. So if your credit bad, but you got the asset and the cash, we can make it work. So I can, on the most part, we can get most deals to the table. The problem is are you willing to pay what it's gonna cost as far as like what they're asking for? And I tell all people all the time, if the deal is not comfortable, if your gut and your heart tell you don't do it, don't do it. Don't, because every time I didn't follow my gut and my instincts, I screwed myself every time. Every time I said don't go. And
It's
so I
true.
tell people, I tell people all the time, if you don't feel it, if you don't feel it, don't do it. So
I
because I'm
tell
not really
people
pressed. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I tell people this, and I think a lot of people are aware of this, especially with like Chat GPT. But I think it's like neurons they find not just in your head, but also in your stomach. And so when people have literally a gut feeling, it's because they're getting a literal potential thought that they're saying, I don't know, hold on, let me slow the roll here. So I think it's an interesting thing talking about, well, the numbers seem to line up, but I just don't know. I'm not getting a good vibe. you should tend to trust that, especially if you're just starting out. I can't tell you, Darryl, how, and I'm sure you have the same experience, how many flippers I know who have a bad story about their first flip, and then how many other people that I don't know probably did one flip, it didn't go well, and they never got back into it.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And I tell people all the time, you're gonna kiss some frogs, just like I'm sure the girl you dating wasn't the first one.
You're going to kiss some frogs. Yep.
Right. So definitely believe. But thing is, you gotta, when the first girl or guy told you no or broke your heart, you didn't jump out of the game. You just, okay, you went home, licked your wounds, and then try it again. So the thing is, don't put risk more than you can lose. That's what I tell people all the time. And then I tell them, don't use your own money. That's the main point about hard money. If you got starting out 20 grand sitting in the bank, right? So now, okay, I'm gonna buy a house for whatever, put money down on it. But the thing is, you leverage that 20. So if a hard money guy say, I want to be 50-50 partners, let him be it, because you're not spending your money. See, people get so caught up on the back end profits, the imaginary profits, because you don't know if you're gonna get it or not. But at the end of the day is, if I'm giving you 50% of my profits and I didn't put up a dime, I'm way ahead of the game. Now if I'm taking on all the risk, putting up all my money, cashing the property out, fixing it without my own money, God forbid, say catch on fire.
You lose your money.
If you catch on fire, you lose your money. You lose your wife mad at you. It all gets bad all the way around. Kids looking at you crazy because, hey, we can't get no more gym shoes. It's all it's all bad. So you think about hard money lender as your financial partner, and every partnership don't last forever. So it's a quick in and out. So if I'm just meeting you for the first time, you're a hard money lender, I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna search around and I'm gonna get compare quotes or whatever. But people's biggest thing is that interest rate too high. Yeah, but you're starting off broke. I mean, how's you worried about
How
the
are you
rate? You
going
don't
to
have
do
the
that?
money,
Yeah.
right? You ain't got no money in the first place. So
It's a risk on all sides. I mean, you're not going to lend to someone who's got no track record, no credit, and so on and so forth, and then they can't expect, for the rate to be low on top of that. And then rates aren't low in general, so it's not like it's going to be any lower with hard money. I want to pivot a bit here and ask you about what I see as a trend in real estate in general, but definitely in the hard money space, where you have a lot of people doing deals remotely in areas where they might not have tremendous subject matter expertise, but they might know, based on stats and numbers that they're able to see, but without having boots on the ground. Do you have a perspective on hard money lenders that are regional based on where they're at versus people who may be loaning across states without boots on the ground?
we land all across the country for one, but I say on the investor side, the client side, and I'm saying this for, maybe I'm hurting myself, maybe I'm not, but I tell clients all the time, if you're not in the state that you buying your first property in, be prepared to take a loss. Because if you can't touch it, feel it, and go to it and check it out when you first doing it, be prepared to take a loss. Because now you're putting all your faith in other people that you've met through chat, through the social media and all that. Hey, and everybody got a great story till the check clear. When the check clear, it's a whole different conversation. Then now you got to worry about, the guy said first it's gonna cost you 60 to put this back together. Now all of a sudden, nah, my estimates was off. Of now it's 90. So
There goes.
you have to be willing to take that bus ride, plane to where your property is, and then check it out, and then stay there a couple of days and see the neighborhood, see what you're buying. Because on camera and in the videos, it look great, but it's the back scene that they're not showing you. The next 2 blocks over, how does the neighborhood really look? So you have to touch you have to touch your investment. If you got
It's a
to if
huge
you got
thing.
to yeah, you got $100,000, you got $100,000 in a box up under the mattress, up under your bed, right? I guarantee you every 2, 3 weeks you're gonna go touch it to make sure it's there, right? Same thing.
100%.
Same thing with your house. Make sure your wife ain't took a couple dollars without telling you. You go check on your investment. It's the
It's
same
funny that
thing.
you said that because I had that exact same experience as far as touching money because I had before I moved out to Santo Domingo, which is where I'm at right now, I had a safe with some money in it that I was going to keep cash as kind of like a reminder to me that not all my money's sitting in the bank. And I would literally go, it was in the safe. I knew where it was. I would still go check that it was there periodically in
You have
I'm
to. You
living there.
Hey, go peek around the corner. Okay, yeah, it's still there. We
It's
good.
still there. I was like, okay, good. I don't know what would have happened. It's not like anyone can hack into my safe on a ranch in tech. No one knew, but uh,
It
we
was
are
just a
coming
thought.
up. We are coming up on time here, though, Darryl. Where can folks go if maybe they have a deal that they'd like you to look at? Maybe they're looking at getting a hard money loan, or maybe they're in the greater Detroit area and would like to reach out to you.
Oh, definitely. We got my website is www.icfundings.org, or you can call me directly. Well, I give the office number is 248-955-1234. But I'm a hands-on kind of guy. You can call my cell phone 248-978-5199. I'm not one of those type of people that you can't talk to. You can't talk to, I'm so like if you can't talk to your preacher, that's the wrong preacher. So if you can't talk to your loan officer, that's the wrong loan officer.
Amen to that. Darryl, thank you for coming on the show here today.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it, Bill.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.